Today we're going to be discussing what a chemical restraint is. My name is Barry Doyle. I'm a lawyer in Skokie practicing nursing home abuse and neglect work throughout the state of Illinois. I'm also the author of Built to Fail, a free report available for download from my website, which spells out how the nursing home business model inevitably produces unnecessary injuries and deaths for nursing home residents. Restraints are something that are disfavored in the long-term care industry. Before the federal government closely regulated nursing homes, restraints were commonly used to keep residents in nursing homes seated. It made it easier for them to be cared for by the staff, but importantly, they were real safety hazards for the residents themselves, as well as things that really impinged on the residents' dignity. When residents are put in restraints, they tend to struggle against them. They also tend to suffer from deconditioning. Both of these things can lead to things like pressure ulcers and falls, which you certainly want to avoid with nursing home residents. The basic problem with a restraint and how they're used sometimes is that they aren't used for the benefit of the resident. Sometimes restraints really truly are necessary to help assure the safety of the resident, but just as often they were used for the convenience of the staff. And because there are federal regulations which really specifically discourage the use of restraints, make it very difficult for restraints to be used in a way that's consistent with federal regulations. Sadly, nursing homes have turned to medications as a way of making residents easier to care for. And this is what a chemical restraint is. It's the improper use of medications to make residents easier to care for by essentially sedating them. Typically, we're talking about potent pain medications and some psychotropic medications. Of course, these are things that require physician orders. However, one of the base functions of a nurse in a nursing home setting is to serve as the eyes and ears of the doctor. And if the nursing staff suggests to the doctor that there is increased complaints of pain, if they suggest to the doctor that the resident is showing behaviors which can be addressed through psychotropics, as often as not, the doctor will go ahead and enter those kinds of orders when they're really not truly necessary for the treatment and the benefit of the resident. The doctor's simply relying on the advice of the nursing staff that these things might be helpful in caring for the resident. But the reality is that they're being requested to make the job of the nursing staff easier. And this is what a chemical restraint is. And most often we see evidence of chemical restraints in fall cases, specifically because residents end up essentially over medicated, and you see deconditioning, you see problems with balance and attention span and all these other things which help leave residents prone to having falls. But there are a number of other problems that can result from the use of a chemical restraint. Bed sores, choking accidents are other types of problems that can arise from the use of a chemical restraint. So these are things that we look for in the cases that we handle to see if these types of medications are being misused. And when we find that that's the case, that becomes part of our theory of liability. I hope you found this interesting. If you have any questions regarding this or any other nursing home abuse and neglect issue, please feel free to reach out to us. Our number is 312-263-1080. Thanks for watching.